Hello, everyone. Happy Tuesday, and welcome to tonight's Tiger Sports Livestream Network women's soccer broadcast from TT Cranny Field, live from TT Cranny Field, a rain-soaked TT Cranny Field. Hello, everyone. I'm Blake Walker, along with my partner, Dan Walker. Dad, I never thought I'd say it, but we're doing soccer. It's a whole new beginning. We're doing girls soccer. It's tonight's matchup. Grinnell 2-7, 0-4 in conference play, taking on Oskaloosa 4-7, 0-3 in conference play. Someone's going to win their first conference game tonight. I should say everyone's going to get soaked tonight. It is absolutely pouring outside, but if there's no lightning, we play on. It's been a crappy 2 days of weather, but we needed rain, and I guess I can't ask you for too much insight because you don't really know too much about soccer, and that's a fair warning going forward tonight at least. My dad and I played soccer, rec league soccer, for how many years? Probably 3-4 years when I was younger.
Maybe 4 or 5 years.
And that's been a long time. I did not play soccer in high school. I think I watched a couple games in high school when I came, but our soccer knowledge is not the best. We can figure it out. I think of it as almost hockey, even though it's not, and I don't even watch a ton of hockey as it is, but bear with us if our terminology is wrong tonight. But, Dad, in terms of the live stream spectrum, this is nice that we're coming out to do this.
It is, and this is just the start for everyone who's watched our live stream over the year of football, basketball, baseball, and softball. This is the next horizon for us. We're kind of setting in a stage here of where do we go with our live stream. For the past 3 years, it's been an active a business to provide people live streaming for Grinnell sports. We do all the home events. We've been very fortunate that, Blake, you've been here to do all of our play-by-play for us. Next year coming back, we have 5 football games. Fortunately, Blake will be going to Grandview to start his next chapter towards his BA in sports broadcasting. However, for the football season, you will be coming back for us.
5 home games.
5 home games, and hopefully we throw some playoff games in there at the end of the season. That'd be pretty awesome. As we move into the basketball season, there's been a lot of questions is who's going to do your play-by-play. Let me back up a little bit. Football season, John Osborne will be joining us in the booth. He'll be running our camera. Craig Seek's son is now getting into active football as he gets into high school, so John Osborne will fill in that spot and add a little commentary in. We're going to have to keep him controlled because Josh will be running that football. But that's the excitement of football season. As we move into basketball season, it still continues. Blake's will be a little bit more limited on that side. However, we're hopeful that we've secured John Martinson's going to come in and do our play-by-play for the basketball seasons for your boys and girls. So we're pretty excited about that. And then we'll fill in with a camera person as we go forward. But as a whole, the business, we're excited about it. Our goal is to say that anything that's on the home field for the Grinnell Tigers, whether it be basketball, football, soccer, we threw volleyball in. We could get wrestling to come up. We're going to do that too. That's the goal. We want to be able to broadcast everything live. And if you can't hear it live, you're going to be able to listen to it through KGRM, Chris Varney. So you have 2 different options of how you could listen or watch Tiger Sports. And we want to be that one side of it that gives you that best side of live video. So that's where we're at for broadcasting on the live stream. We're excited.
Yeah,
a lot of things. Let alone, I didn't ever think we'd be sitting here doing soccer. And next year we could say that we're going to do every home soccer game for the girls. And you never know. There's a lot of rumors of maybe a turf field that we're going to be doing the boys out here too. So we're excited for the future of Tiger Sports here.
And the view may look different from our football perspective. That's because it is. We're up in the very high top of the press box. Usually, this probably be the ideal spot for football games, but KGRN's up here. They've been here for a long time. They'll keep this spot. We're down on the bottom, so no problem with that. And looks like Grinnell's going to get set up for this afternoon's soccer match. Again, if you get wind coming through the microphone, reason being is because it is going to be windy, a couple of gusts of wind coming through. Looks like they're going to do the national anthem right here. We'll step aside with them, and we'll be right back after the playing of our national anthem. Alrighty, Grinnell versus Oskaloosa. Women's soccer getting underway. We just finished the starting lineups and national anthem. Now let's see if I can get Grinnell's full roster out on the mark. So I see Lauren Pease is out there, number 11. 28, McKenna Smith. I know number 29, Desiree Jackson is out there. Sydney Miller's out there. Shay Lai, I believe, is out there. Patel, Ivy Schmidt's out there. My eyes are going to be tested today. Bridget Blanchard is out there. Number 22, Tegan Glass is out there. And Elise Eisen is out there. I think I got them all. I'll catch Oski as they go. And at the front for the Indians to start for Oski, as the referee's clearing the balls out of the area. 64 degrees, overcast, rainy. The team holds up the hands in the air to signify the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Because, fun fact, the first 5 minutes are the most important minutes in a soccer game. First 5, last 5. We're underway here at TT Cranny Field as Oskaloosa will send this one just past the half-field line. Grinnell will have to keep up. Grinnell has the 2 people in the front, if I can bring up my terminology to keep on track. Ivy Schmidt with a breakaway. All the way down to this far corner. Ivy gets caught up immediately. She'll work to the side, and a missed shot on goal. Nobody was there for Grinnell, and Oski will race back the other way. 2 forwards, 4 midfielders, 4 defenders, and 1 goalie on both sides. You're learning with us, I promise.
And if I remember back to the old days, that'd be 15 years ago when you were playing, the defenders can't cross that mid-line. The forwards have certain areas they have to maintain.
That one goes out of bounds. Number 16, Addie Teeter, will pick this one up and throw it in for Oskaloosa. As we just get underway, 40-minute halves here in soccer. 10-minute halftime. And I hope we don't go to overtime, because Lord knows I don't know the rules of soccer overtime. I know there's some penalty kicks involved, but we'll figure it out as we go. Grinnell playing with the sideline over here. Here's Bridget Blanchard, knocks it up, and Teeter once again has it. I'll pick up the Oskaloosa names as we go along. Grinnell has it mostly here on this near side, and once again a breakaway. Here's Ivy Schmidt. It's going to be a one-on-one with the goalie. Ivy, shot on goal, yes! First goal of the evening for Grinnell, and it goes to number 14, Ivy Schmidt, picking off where she left off the last time we saw her on here back in the basketball season. And Grinnell immediately jumps out to a 1-0 start. So what did we say about first 5 minutes? Very important, Grinnell jumps out.
That's where you need to go.
Grinnell had a heck of a weekend this past weekend. Went to Nevada in a 4-team tournament of Winterset, Ballard, Grinnell, and Nevada. Grinnell defeated Ballard in the first round 3-1. Lost to Nevada 0-3 in the title game. But you got to remember, Nevada is ranked 7th in the class. Ivy Schmidt on another breakaway. One-on-one. And again, right past the goalie, and Grinnell has 2 quick scores. So Ivy on a quick spree. Grinnell's able to get out in front, and Oski's getting behind on their defending line. And Ivy's got 2 already. 3 is a hat trick, isn't it? I think. Got to think back. Grinnell dropped that tournament against Nevada. They finished 2nd. Everyone got medals overall. Sydney Miller, Grinnell's Sydney Miller, got MVP of that tournament. Grinnell has played a tough schedule, that's for sure. Only wins this year coming against South Tama and Pella Christian. Both those came at the beginning of April. So no wins so far in the month of May for the Tigers. Oski has wins over Ottumwa, Centerville, and they've rattled off 2 in a row against South Tama and Fairfield. So Oski figuring things out as the season goes on, as they push toward postseason play. But Grinnell is off to a firing start with a 2-0 lead already. Ivy Schmidt to thank to those 2 goals. Sydney Miller working her way up on that far side. It's kicked all the way back. Lauren Pease will go to retrieve it. Grinnell resets on the defending stage. Up front, Teeter knocks it way back. And Olivia Renzi will start to walk toward the goal. Olivia, just a freshman, but a heck of a freshman for Grinnell. She has 140 saves on the season and an 85% save average. That's pretty good for a freshman.
It's pretty darn good.
Lauren Pease will throw in on this out-of-bounds play for Grinnell and knocks right back out of bounds. That was Emma Castillo-Bosham. The one who knocked it out of bounds was Shea. Here's Payal Patel, picks it up. Oski's able to retrieve. Long kick there by Simon, and once again out of bounds. Two goals already for Grinnell, and we're not even 5 minutes in. Possible another breakaway opportunity, and Tavian Canute just says, let's just boot that out of here. Don't want anything to do with that, but it is Grinnell's ball out of bounds. Eisen will throw in to Sydney Miller. Grinnell will work with it, but a possible breakaway upcoming for Cheney. And Aubrey Cheney knocks it out of bounds. The rain got pretty heavy before this game started. It was downpouring during the senior night and faculty night. We'll talk more about that here in a little bit. It's kind of lightened up just a little bit so far, but still raining pretty substantially. Everybody over there pretty much in umbrellas, and if you're not in an umbrella, you're wearing some sort of covered coat. Haynes got it knocked away out of bounds, and Grinnell will throw in again. The Tigers looking to push here. This is number 17, Bridget Blanchard on that far side, throwing into Elise Eisen. Back to Blanchard. Bridget knocks it up front, and another possible opportunity there for Ivy. She couldn't quite get to it. Blanchard picks up, and here comes Oski back the other way, led by the train up front. That was Simon who was kicking it up front. Here's number 22 for Grinnell, Tegan Glass. Turns on it, and Oski goes right back to it. Nice kick by Teeter. Blanchard hits Patel all the way up to Ivy. Here we go again. Another one-on-one opportunity for Ivy. She's going for the hat trick. Ivy swings to the left side, and it is just going to go left of the goal.
She kind of looked at the ground as if she slipped a little bit when she would put her kick into it.
It is very wet. Yes, it is very wet. Christian DeWeese, the junior, she's goaling for the Indians. 62 saves on the year, a 59% save percentage. And her goalie kick will come right here from this near side. She'll launch it downhill, picked up by Bossum. And here goes Ivy Schmidt again, one-on-one, and she's got a hat trick. Ivy Schmidt on fire to start tonight. 3 goals in 6 minutes. And they're all thanks to number 14. What a start for Grinnell. Just a couple weeks ago, I came down and studied their game against Norwalk just so I could get a feeling. Norwalk was ranked number 1 at the time in the Varsity Bound Power Index. And Grinnell only lost 1-0. 1-0 or 2-0. I can't remember. Let me see. 2-0. But against Norwalk, who one of the top teams in 3A, who plays a lot of hard competition, really solid night for Grinnell all around. That one's kicked out of bounds by Bridget Blanchard. And Oski throws back in. I will say Grinnell spent majority of the night on this side of the field, on their on Oski's side. Olivia has not had to do much at the goalie position, if anything. I don't even think she's touched the ball. Patel has it in the middle circle, and the ball goes way past the Oski defenders. It's picked up and kicked out of bounds by Maddie Haynes. But that sets up Grinnell for a quick opportunity if Elise can throw it in. And she'll launch it over to Sydney, who heads it. And back out of bounds, it'll go right back to Oski's direction. Closing in, 7 minutes gone so far in this soccer match. And you're reading the score right. Grinnell is up 3-0. Ivy Schmidt has a hat trick. 3 goals so far. But here comes Oski on the push. That was Audrey Cheney working her way down the field. Grinnell gets it right back, and now Elise gets it up to Sydney Miller. Back to Elise, and this one Nope, not going to go quite out of bounds. That is one thing I learned. The ball doesn't... You have some lenience in soccer. If the ball goes way out of bounds, obviously it's out, but it seems like you have some lenience if the ball barely goes out. Cheney knocks it out again. Grinnell has another chance to throw in. This time it'll be Bridget Blanchard throwing for Grinnell. That's Sydney Miller over there in that scrum. Here's Lindy Slocum all the way up the field. Picked up again by McKenna Smith. She'll turn on it. And Sydney gets bumped from behind. But she recovers and gets it in front. Another opportunity. Cindy's going to use her blazing speed to go on that far side. She does have Ivy ready if she wants. And a nice play by Cheney to knock it out of bounds again to make sure nothing comes away from it. Eisen will throw it on the far side for Grinnell. That was Tarbell on that far side, picked up by DeWeese. And Oski going to try to get some offense going so far, mostly on the defensive end. Grinnell has pretty much everybody up almost past that center line. And Bridget was looking at Ivy the whole way. Couldn't quite get it to her. Now they turn on it. Elise caught up slowly with Tarbell, the sophomore, and Grinnell pushes up to this front line. And this one, out of bounds far enough, it warrants a throw-in. Rain's picking up again. A little bit stronger. It'll be in and out. The shower's just popping up, isolated. Nothing strong. But the overcast skies probably don't help anyone's cause.
But it's good to grow grass with.
I was going to say. That ball kicked way out of bounds. The kid that holds the soccer balls looking at the girl was like, really? You going to make me go that far? Eisen will throw in for Grinnell. Here's Miller to pick it up. And Sydney goes right back. Nobody's home, and Oski will launch it back upfield, but Grinnell's got all their defenders back in case of emergency. Long kick. I think that was Teeter knocked it back.
Only the second time that Grinnell's had it on the opposite side of the field.
Renzi was able to pick it up. It's kicked back to Shea, and here goes Ivy Schmidt again. Look out. She's got 3 goals already. One-on-one with DeWeese.
Oh.
Good block. Ivy can't turn it. Good job by Oskaloosa.
Sorry, folks. I'm used to football. When you get a good hit, you got to go, ooh.
Jackson misses on that kick. Ball goes behind her. Luckily, McKenna's there to pick it up, and Jackson kicks right back. And Bridget wants to run with it. She tries to get it upfield. They're looking at Ivy the whole way, because, I mean, why not? She's been the girl to go to so far. Eisen on that far side, rolls out of bounds. And back. This season was a big first. This is the first time the girls have played on this field. It's the first time soccer has been played on this field for a while. The boys still playing out at Arns Park. As Ivy with another chance. It's one-on-one. We've seen this before. One-on-one with DeWeese, and that one goes right past. And a 4-game lead. 4-shot lead, I should say, for Ivy Schmidt. I doubt Grinnell has records on their website of such things, but my goodness, what a showing by number 14. Valley Joe Hosberger checks in for Olivia Renzi, and Shay Lai checks out. That's Mariah Van Ersveld checks in. There's a mercy rule in soccer, but I do not know it. I will have to look it up. Still a lot of soccer to be played. That is for sure. Oski still has a big chance to come back. Grinnell has to stay on their game, but the Indians just not really getting it on Grinnell's side, and it's just all Ivy breaking away for the most part. Sydney kicks up. There we go again. DeWeese will come up and save it. She'll kick it far. Ivy couldn't quite get it there. Ivy's probably getting tired, I'd imagine. And Ersveld knocks it free, and here we go, another one-on-one. Ivy kicks it high this time, and misses. She was getting fancy with it a little bit. More substitutions, 7, 20, and 1. So that would be Sophia Tyler, Leah Harris, and Tasia Eicher checks in. as Ivy Schmidt will go to the bench. And a much-deserved rest for number 14. Sydney Miller in a quick grab there as Oski tries to work it down the field. Picked up and turned by Haynes. Picked up by Jackson again, and a collision there at center field. Lindgren ran right into Jackson. Everybody's okay. We keep running. 29-11 to go here in the first half. It's Grinnell on top 4-0 over Oskaloosa. The most amount of points Grinnell has scored in a game this year, 3. So they're on track for a great night, historic night. That ball batted around, and here comes Oski with a chance. This is Cheney. And that ball picked up by Valley Joe Hosberger. And Grinnell has a save on their hands. First one of the night, first shot on goal of the night for Oskaloosa. Grinnell tries to get away, picked up again. This is Teeter. She'll go one-on-one. She wants to do it herself. Lauren Pease kicks it right back out. Oski will have to reset. Simon comes and gets it and turns it on it. But it is out of bounds, so to no avail. Couple substitutions. Jackson checks out. Kay Widener checks in for Grinnell. Oski tries to turn on it to no avail. That was Erzvelt. Van Erzvelt in on the play, and a long pass picked up as Tegan Glass tries to knock it free. Sophia Tyler in the same spot Ivy was in, so if Grinnell's going to get more scoring opportunities, he's probably going to go to number 1 here. Number 1 is Tasia Eicher, freshman out there for Grinnell. That one gets free. Eicher picks up. And here goes Eicher, the freshman. DeWeese will try to come up and make a play, and she saves it. Ball goes free. It's still loose. Picked up and kicked out of bounds by Maddie Haynes. Quick save there for Oskaloosa. Number 23, Olivia Renzi, checks in for Sydney Miller. So Olivia jumps from goalie to one of the forwards. Sydney takes a break. Usually you're not getting breaks this quick, but when you're up 4-0, that'll help your case. Blanchard has it. She'll turn on it. Blocked immediately by Bosum. And Tegan Glass will push up to Van Erzvelt. And here we go, another one-on-one. Van Erzvelt almost gets it knocked away. Tough battle with Teeter. Here we go, one-on-one. Van Erzvelt knocks right back. And the goal is good! Tasia Eicher with the goal. It is 5-0 Grinnell. What an assist by Van Erzvelt. That was pretty unselfish. She probably had a good shot on goal, but found it right where she wanted to be. And
is there a penalty or something?
Still 5-0. You can't ask me if there's a penalty. I have no idea. I mean, the referee put her hand up, but I don't think she had a card in her hand, so the shot doesn't count. Never mind. So I thought the shot counted, but the referee put up her hand. I mean, maybe. Oh, I wonder if she was offsides.
Yeah, the official scoreboard.
Probably offsides. Again, ladies and gentlemen, you're learning with us. I mean, we can sound like idiots here tonight, and we'll go back and we'll hear about it. I trust it. Long kick, out of bounds. Grinnell will come right back. And a tough body check on that far side. This is Leah Harris. Gets away from almost a trip. And back out of bounds again. Just under 26 minutes to go here in the first half. It's Grinnell on top 4-0 against Oskaloosa. Grinnell looking for their first conference win of the year. Oskaloosa looking for their first conference win of the year. Bridget slipped on that far side going after the ball. Or was it Bridget? Maybe it was Sophia. Here's Bridget. Knocked out of bounds again. If you noticed, we are using our basketball scoreboard. Use the use your leftovers, I guess. Do whatever you want. Baseball and softball seasons are coming up. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. I want to talk about the faculty and senior night that was tonight. We will put out a video in the next couple days. We did record the senior night, but we had a couple interviews with track, and we'll also get to that. Track athletes came in as here's a big breakaway opportunity. And picked up by DeWeese. What was that talking about?
Track interviews.
Track. Well, we were doing the track athletes interviews before the game. Tonight was faculty night, and every member of the soccer team had a chance to bring in a faculty member of their choosing to be recognized. They walked out with them to the center field, and each of them was recognized over the loudspeaker, so that was a really nice thing for faculty night to do. Also, it was senior night, so a big congratulations to the seniors. We'll shout them out now. Elise Eisen, Shay Lai, Payal Patel, Tegan Glass, and Desra Jackson. Make sure I didn't miss any as I go throughout the line. There was a shot on goal. I was looking down. That was missed. And Grinnell gets a corner kick opportunity, so a big chance here for the Tigers to grab another goal. Make it a 5-0 soccer game. Eicher is the one to go in the corner. Nice kick. Glass missed the header. Ball goes way wide. Bridget will have it back and look to turn on it. Good collision there with the Oskaloosa defender. I believe that was Lindgren. Ball knocked around, and here goes Lindgren with a chance to run with it. And Callie knocks it right upfield, able to keep it in bounds. Good recovery, though, by Callie Hart, who's in the soccer game now. Kenneth Smith tried to turn on it. Now Oski's starting to make some noise as they head back the other way. Valley Joe's going to run up, say, well, do I need to go get it? Tegan says, no, I got it. She'll pick it up and get double teamed quickly. That's Kylie Davis in that mix. And Cheney looking to do it herself. Goes right to the middle. Ball knocked around a little bit. Still moving. And here's Olivia Renzi, the freshman, tried to pick it up. Hart knocks it all the way downfield. And a long kick by Teeter. And McKenna heads it right back to Bridget Blanchard. And Bridget wants to run with it. Good defense by Oski. They're keeping it on this side of the field here. Slocum to that far side. Almost knocked out of bounds. Good job by Oski to keep it in. Ball knocked free again, and that will be Haynes to knock it way back. Nice kick. All the way back to the corner. And Valley Joe will come up and take a stand and say, let's just slow down here. Well, we were talking about the baseball and softball schedule. We have the baseball and softball schedule. I'll read it off to you. Our first game, May 25th, just 7 days from now. That's next Monday, I believe. I think,
yes.
Yeah, next Monday. Hold your breath, Ed. May 25th, doubleheader against Albia at 5:30. May 27th, Montezuma softball. So May 25th is baseball against Albia. May 27th, softball against Montezuma. May 28th, baseball against East Marshall. June 6th, Pella Christian softball. June 5th, West Branch baseball. It's June 10th, North Mahaska softball. Another possible breakaway opportunity. DeWeese able to corral it. June 11th, baseball versus Pella. That's a doubleheader. June 14th, softball against Oskaloosa. June 15th, baseball versus Benton. Baseball versus Indianola on June 23rd. And here comes Grinnell back the other way. Here's Leah Harris. Harris knocks it high, and it goes off the football goal post. The June 25th matchup, doubleheader softball matchup against Norwalk. June 29th, Knoxville at 7:30. That's a baseball matchup. Softball, July 2nd, Newton at 7:30. And then two baseballs to finish out the year, June 6th and 8th, Center Point Urbana and Fairfield. We will not be doing senior night. We're headed to Disney World.
Disney World. Hey, I appreciate this because good friends out there watching. So Mike Groves the penalty of why the point was retracted. She was offsides and on out of bounds. The whole ball has to be across the line for it to be called out of bounds. Thank you, Mike, and appreciate good friends that are in the background that have my phone number that could keep us posted.
Van Ursveld in a one-on-one to Renzi. And a high kick coming out of bounds our way and bounces outside, close to the fence line. Lauren Pease checks in for... No, Lauren Pease checks in for number 22, Tegan Glass. But yeah, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 15 baseball games. 15 nights of baseball and softball. Should be an exciting year. Won't be able to make the senior nights. The last 2 home games were headed off to Disney World. Nice, good family vacation before I head off to college. And we'll probably still keep up with stuff while we're at Disney World or whatever. But we should be back by the first round of the playoffs if Grinnell would happen to host.
Yeah.
Because I believe that's on the 16th, I think. 16th or 17th. Lauren Pease shouts downfield, says, let's go, and then sends it out of bounds. And Oskaloosa will throw in 19 minutes to go here in the first half. It's Grinnell on top, 4-0 over Oskaloosa. Van Ursveld hits the ground. And it'll be a throw-in for Grinnell. No, it will not. It looks like Grinnell gets a free kick here. And this one is launched. This is a really good kick. DeWeese able to come up and make a play. And I think we're bringing up Mic'd Up back for baseball and softball.
Yes, we are.
If you don't know what Mic'd Up is, it's pretty much self-explanatory. We put a mic on one of the coaches. Maybe we might do a couple assistant coaches this year. You never know. And then we don't talk to them, but we just listen in on what they're talking about sometimes throughout the game. And that got better as the year went on. I've been asked if we do players, and I don't know if the state would allow that. I'd love to put it on an outfielder and just listen to what he's talking about. But students don't have as big of a filter as some people do. So, we can't be slipping up here. But excited for the baseball and softball season. Good save over on that far side by Grinnell. Oski's looking to put a goal in here. Ball knocked around, and Valley Joe hops on top of it. And if we're looking ahead, we might as well look ahead to the early football season. Grinnell, first home game here will be against Harlan. That's the second week. And most likely, Harlan will be the #1 team in 3A coming our way. So that's going to be a fun game here at TT Cranny. Sophia, no, never mind. That was Eicher going after the ball.
And, with football season, a lot of bounce around with the districts. There's quite a few teams that were playing in the 3A are now 4A teams. So
there's 6 classes now. 5A is
going to change up everything for us. So
Sydney Miller checks into the ball game for Van Ursveld. So second week, Harlan, #1 Harlan, most likely will come to town. Grinnell gets a rematch. And then, what else? South Tama comes the week of September 11th. That'll be a busy week. Fire convention's going on here in Grinnell. Without giving away too much, I'm working on a documentary for Grinnell versus South Tama. I hope to get it out by that week, but we'll just have to see based off timing. Who else comes here? Solon comes here. That'll be a good game. That's a good old Grinnell-Solon rivalry. Wasn't really a rivalry, but they played a lot back in the day. That'll be good to have them come back. Washington comes to town. I think that's one of the games. I'm probably missing another one. I can't remember off the top of my head. I'll look back. But I do know where they're going on the road. Keokuk, Burlington, Notre Dame. So if you're North Polk is on the road, I know that for sure. Benton Community is the first game of the year for Grinnell. So if you're looking to travel, definitely look forward to that.
It doesn't matter if you're the home team or away team. There's a lot of miles that got to be traveled to every game that's played every night.
That was one of the things a lot of people are disappointed with the new schedule. And it is possible, we'll have to see on timing, that we might be able to sneak in 1 or 2 volleyball games this fall. It'll just depend on time. Maybe we try to find a volleyball analyst, bring in a former player or someone in town that could do it. Just never know.
Mike Doty.
Yeah, there you go.
Just remember, anyone who offers great advice, or even if it's a little advice, you now become an expert. So
Payal Patel,
we remember that.
Ivy Schmidt check in. Leah Harris and Olivia Renzi come to the bench. Ivy, Oski probably not excited to see number 14 on the field. She's got all 4 goals for Grinnell. I'm going to look. There is probably not a soccer record thing on Grinnell's website, but you might as well look and see if there is for how many goals have been scored in a game. Grinnell jumped out quick with those 4 goals in the first pretty much 15 minutes. Not even, maybe even 10 minutes. And ever since then, Oski has kind of quieted Grinnell down, but the reason that they might have been quieted down a little bit was that person right there. Ivy knocks it all the way across the field, and Sydney Miller kind of let it go. I think it would have been goal, or it would have been offsides.
Sydney's working hard in the corner here.
Sydney won the MVP of the tournament over the weekend for Grinnell at Nevada. They came in second against the Cubs.
Well, and you know the way basketball season ended with Sydney, she ended with a concussion, came back and still ended up playing, getting in the last couple of games of the year. But she is a scrapper. She's going to be definitely a benefit to that team next year on the defensive end, rebounding.
Lauren Pease throws in. Lauren will also be fun to watch in the basketball season. As knocked out of bounds again. I'm sad to report that there is no tab on the Grinnell website where I can look at records, so I have no idea. But I feel like 4 goals in a game, that's kind of hard to accomplish in general. So Ivy doing pretty well so far today. That ball's knocked way out, and Grinnell will throw in. 13:21 remaining here in the first half. It's Grinnell on top 4-0 over Oskaloosa. Both these teams looking for their first Little Hawkeye Conference victory of the year. After this, Grinnell heads to Williamsburg on May 26th. Now, that might not be on the schedule anymore. It might not. I have no idea. But I do know the brackets came out for postseason, and I'll try to get those after halftime. You know, usually during the football season when it's all rain and everything else, usually the middle of the field, everything's all muddy, but it's a really nice green out here. You can probably tell based on the camera, but the field looks great. The lines are a little damp, but that's expected. Kaufman and his crew do a great job here for the soccer facility as it is, and there is a rumor that the football field will be getting turf, AstroTurf, and with that will come the soccer lines as well. So big opportunity for both. Number 30, Abby Springs, checks into the ball game for Grinnell. So everybody's getting a chance here this afternoon for the Tigers. Oski on the far side. This is Tarbell taking off. Bridget trying to hang with her. Here comes McKenna Smith to cover up the mess, and she'll try to knock it free. Tarbell out of bounds. She will throw in for Oskaloosa. Or check that. Number 5, Lindy Slocum will check in for Oskaloosa. I think, based off looking at the lights, the rain has, I mean, it's misting. It's been misting all day, but it's slowed down just a little bit. You can tell when it's getting pretty bad because of how overcast the screen will get. Misty, it feels like. Here's Payal Patel, the senior. She'll turn on it. Another chance for Grinnell. That one kicked wide. Oski says, let's not do this again. But Grinnell's there to pick it up. I think that's Sophia on that far side. Tries to take a shot on goal. Picked up by DeWeese. Oskaloosa will kick right back. Closing in on the end of the first half. At halftime, I think we're going to try to put one of the track interviews that we had. Maybe.
Yeah. And I think we're going to have some boys track team up here.
So. Well, possibly then. In that case, we might just... We'll compile something. Like we said, if we can't fit it on the air, we just compile it together and say, we'll just release a video of it. Because we usually do.
Yeah, we'll either do a video or we'll throw it out on our podcast.
Yes. Elise Eisen and Leah Harris check out. Or check in, I should say. We haven't done a podcast episode in a while. Probably get back on that here soon.
It's always easier when a sport's going on. So, in baseball, softball, we always have good follow-ups with the coaches. So, players.
So when I said Grinnell versus Williamsburg on the 26th, that is the matchup. Grinnell takes on Williamsburg in the first round of the playoffs. And even when she's not here, my mom is just putting in the work. She sent me a picture of the newspaper for me, of the bracket. So there we go. Thanks, Mom. Really appreciate it.
I'm sure that your mom, my lovely wife, is commenting about my camera work, too, just behind the scenes.
Yeah, so in Grinnell's bracket, they play Williamsburg, then Dyke New Hartford, and GCCR, or GCGR. I'm trying to think who that is. George Little Rock? Oh, what am I thinking? GCGR. I work for Varsity Bound. How do I not know this? I don't know, but off the top of my head, I don't know, but I will figure it out. Top of the bracket, Pella Christian, Knoxville, Des Moines Christian, and Grandview Christian. So, Christianville top side of the bracket. Grinnell will look to move on, try to beat Williamsburg next week. And Oskaloosa gets a chance at the corner kick over there.
If you're joining us tonight, let us know you're watching. Give us a like on our YouTube channel. Even hit subscribe, and you'll be notified every time we have a live event running. Not only do we do live events, we also we do live school stuff too. So we won't broadcast it on the Tiger Sports live stream, but coming up this Saturday night, we're going to live stream the honors night for the senior high. That actually will transfer that over to the Grinnell High School YouTube page. So there'll be a link that the high school will send out. And then we'll also live stream the graduation ceremonies on the 30th at 2 o'clock. So just trying to have a little part of everything going on here at the Grinnell High School, not only sports, but anything we could help out with. And definitely we would like to see that people are coming to the ball games, coming to the events instead of having to watch us on the live stream. But this is an excellent opportunity to see it if you're out of town. I would tell you in the future there's usually a lot better camera work than I'm doing right now.
Look out. Ivy Schmidt again. One-on-one. Gets around to Weeze. She will knock it in. It's 5 goals for Ivy Schmidt this evening. My goodness. And the crazy thing is, as us two that don't watch soccer, we're probably witnessing pretty crazy stuff right here. We just, we don't know.
It's a great night.
Yeah,
every time we do a first, we usually see the best that everyone's putting out. We did our first wrestling meet. We did our first volleyball meet, or volleyball game last year, and hey, it's all fun.
I did figure out GCGR, and I learned this today. I literally just learned this 2 minutes ago. Grundy Center and Gladbrook Rhinebeck share a team. The more you know. I did not know that was a thing. That's kind of like who is it in football? That's they made it to the state, Rock Valley, I think. Maybe Rock Valley. I can't remember. But share a team once in a while. And that's common for some schools, especially in swimming. Grinnell and BGM, I think, share for swimming, so
Pella and Newton.
Pella and Newton, that's a really weird one. It's like, come on, man, what are we doing? And you'd think Pella
red and green.
Pella would have a bigger.
And actually, I think they wear Newton colors, though.
Yes, I think
they
so.
do.
A couple times when I went swim meets this year.
Hey, we'll give another shout out to Amy Blanchard. She's in the stands, but she brought us some treats. I know quite a few of the Blanchard families watching, so thank you for joining in.
What a play by Valley Joe Hosberger. She just went from the goal all the way to the corner to knock that one out. I believe this is Audrey Cheney to kick a corner kick for Oskaloosa. Long ball picked up. I think, yep, Sydney Miller knocks it free. That ball's going to roll out of bounds. Missed header there by Slocum. Grinnell tries to hop on it. This is Widener. Couldn't quite get it there. Long kicked, picked up, sent back. As Sydney Miller picks it up, she'll look right up to Ivy. Guess who? Ivy will race toward it. It's a one-on-one, and Ivy kind of gives up a little bit at the end. Ivy's on a roll tonight. 5 goals so far. A couple more substitutions. Glass and Jackson check in for Spriggs and Widener. Ivy on this far side. Almost gets around. There she goes. One-on-one to the goal. Just misses. Just misses. .443 remaining here in the first half. Ball's in the middle of the scrum there. Oski's trying to kick it out to no avail. Leah Harris, quick burst of speed, tries to turn on it. She does get it up front. That's Olivia Renzi on that far side picking it up. Now back to Leah. Leah slips on the grass, as expected. Such wet grass, it'd definitely be tough. Turf probably even more wet. Slipping and sliding. McKenna Smith has it. She'll knock it up front to looking for Ivy Schmidt, but Payal Patel turns on it. Kicks right back. This is Tegan Glass. And Lindgren heads to the sideline. Can't quite get it out of bounds. Ball knocked around. There it goes free. Sydney Miller uses her speed. She has it. It'll be a one-on-one if she can try it from the corner. Kicks far side to Ivy Schmidt. Can't get it. Olivia Renzi can't quite put it in, and that was a good save by Oski. But what a shot by Olivia. Grinnell with a 5-0 lead against Oskaloosa here with 2:57 remaining here in the first half. First girls soccer game we're ever broadcasting here on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network. Sydney kicks that one right to the goalie on the shot on goal. I'd say we're having a pretty good time up here. A quick 5-0 start. Had a couple girls from the track and field team, come up and talk to us before the game. We'll get that video out most likely later in a podcast form or something. And possibly the boys team, some of the boys team might be coming up later.
Here comes the coach.
There we go. Closing in on the end of the first half. It's about a 10-minute halftime from what I remember. Patel kicks up field. This is Eisen to kick right back, and Sydney Miller's going to hurry across. Boy, Sydney and Ivy's speed is just incredible. It's almost like an adrenaline kick. You get that second gear as Sydney knocks it ahead. And I think that was Canute that was there to knock that one away for Oski. Glass will throw in for Grinnell. Ivy gets bumped from behind. Sydney's able to recover before it goes out of bounds. Still loose. I think Sydney thought it was maybe going out of bounds. There's a collision there between two. And Grinnell will throw out of bounds, or are we going to get a free kick here for one of the teams? Yep, free kick here for Oski. Ball goes free. Ivy races up front. She's got one in front of her. Tries to get around her, she does, and almost wanted to get it across. I think Olivia was over there, yeah, trying to get to the other side, couldn't quite. And the ball's knocked free again. Oski can't quite pick it up. That was Leah Harris on that far side. Piel back to Tegan. And Oski's able to stop that one. She was headed right towards Sydney, but to no avail. It is out of bounds on Oski, so Grinnell will throw it in. Quickly to Ivy, and it's jumped. Good header there by Tegan. 2 headers in a row. And Grinnell will turn on it if they can. Oski's able to pick it right back up. 30 seconds to go here in the first half. Sydney turns. Can't quite get free. Good defense there by Oski trying to keep in front. Like I said, Oski only a couple times this game have gotten to get on that side of the field, on Grinnell's side. It's been mostly Grinnell in the middle or on Oski's side. So not bad so far by Grinnell on offense. Of course, not that bad. 5 goals will do it for you. That'll do it for the end of the first half. It's Grinnell on top. What a statement of our first half. 5-0. Grinnell's on top of Oskaloosa. We'll take we'll step away from the mic, get our things straight. We might be back here in a little bit.
Hey there, I'm Joey Pollyi, 3rd generation owner of Pollyi's in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit pollyi'sgrinnellia.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Pollyi's Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Main and Broad Street.
The engine makes the power. The transmission sends it to the drive shaft. The drive shaft turns the gears. The gears turn the axles. The axles turn the wheels. Together it's the powertrain. And only at West Finch Auto Plaza, every bit of it has a 100% warranty. Forever. No parts, no labor, no deductible. You can't buy it. It comes with the car whether you want it or not. Only at West Finch Auto Plaza, where you always get a great deal and a great deal more.
There are a lot of great reasons to make Medicap Pharmacy in Grinnell your pharmacy. Hi, this is Jennifer Stallman, and if you are like me, you have a busy schedule. So why wait around to get a prescription filled? At Medicap Pharmacy, we can call or text you when your prescriptions are ready. It's a free service that is available on request for any of our customers. Of course, we also have a convenient drive-through, free weekday deliveries, and free mail-outs as well. Just another great reason to make Medicap Pharmacy your pharmacy on Highway 6 West, Grinnell.
This is a story about signs. It's also a story about people's experiences. The humble sign. They are everywhere. But signs are more than just a plaque on the wall, an arrow, or letters on a building exterior. Signs help you leave a legacy or start a new chapter in life. All those signs have to start somewhere, and that's where we come in. We're your trusted partner in everything signage.
When I took over this farm from my dad, I knew our future success required making major changes in our operations. That meant adding acreage, more and bigger equipment, investing in powerful technology, hiring employees. We even started a seed business. Fortunately, working together with Grinnell Mutual and my local mutual insurance company, my agent was able to cover everything, giving us more trust in tomorrow.
Alrighty, back for the second half. Grinnell on top of Oskaloosa 5-0 here as we start the second half of soccer. Ivy Schmidt scored all 5 goals in the first half. Absolutely insane showing by number 14. Grinnell holds the 5 up in the air. First 5 minutes of the half, very important. And it proved to be, as they had, 4 goals in the first 5 minutes of the first half. So very important. The rain is coming down strong again. This half is brought to you by Brett Nichols State Farm. Thanks to Brett for sponsoring the halves, quarters, periods, everything.
All season long.
So Grinnell will look to finish this thing out. Has lightened up a little bit. It isn't as dark, I feel like. But just very misty, rainy. We're getting a couple of track guys up here. Talk to Coach Wardenberg and them here in a couple minutes while we go on. As that ball kicked out of bounds, and Grinnell will throw in. I saw them waiting down there. They were kind of over by the fence, and then they were just kind of, I think that, it looked like they were just kind of waiting on each other, and then, I don't know, I thought I saw a couple of them maybe.
Well, I couldn't tell. There's also baseball guys straight across.
That is true. It might have been a couple of baseball guys there.
I guess if the booth gets crowded up there and Kaufman starts kicking them out the door, we'll know when they're in the wrong booth.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Grinnell going the other way, by the way. Switch sides at halftime. Grinnell has a chance to go if they want. Shea can't quite corral it as Oski turns on it. Ball knocked around. Here is Cheney. On the far side, she'll stop and go and run it right back to the middle. Tegan trying to keep up. Bassam goes right up top to her intended assister. And Elise has it on this near side. Probably Grinnell obviously going to try to keep scoring, but really no reason to push this half at all. I mean, you have your 5-0 lead. Pretty much focus, set your sights on defense. Don't try to force anything, and you can walk out of here with a pretty solid victory on senior night. Oski with the chance to push here. That's Tegan on that far side. She's able to corral it. Shea will come up and get it. And the ball will roll out of bounds. Grinnell gets another chance. Did lighten up. I knew I wasn't crazy. It lightened up just a little bit. Tegan up the sideline. Kicks right back. Header by Bridget Blanchard. And McKenna Smith will launch it down the field. That's Sydney and Ivy there to corral it. And here we go. It's a one-on-one. Sydney in a pushing match. DeWeese will come up and make the play. Sydney kind of ran right into her hand as she was going after the ball. Tough collision. DeWeese was able to hang her on. Sydney will check on her.
It's like football.
That's a tough hit. She was kicking. She was going after the ball trying to kick it, and DeWeese just happened to bring her hand down.
Isn't there actually, there's more concussions in soccer than there is football?
But that's mostly because of the heading of the ball.
That'll be the next thing. They'll start making more football helmets.
Good long kick there by, or goalie kick by Oski. They're looking to run here quickly as they move it upfield. Lauren P. is able to save it and push it back. I'm pretty sure Lauren had short sleeves on in the first half. Now she's wearing long sleeves, so she must have gotten cold. We're sitting at, what's the temperature right now? We are at, well, still 64 degrees. The wind's probably not helping that much, but it's not much of a wind. 4-mile-an-hour gusts.
Beautiful football weather.
I was going to say, this is the ideal football weather. Different type of football today. Football, as I think they say the correct saying. Valley Joe is still in at goalie. She's been in for quite a while, taking over Olivia's job. And Valley Joe's done a great job saving it a couple times. Here's Elise Eisen picked up. That was a long kick by Tarbell. And Oski with another chance to try to push here over on this far side. Patel knocks it out. Sydney tries to body her way in and is able to break free. Here goes Sydney Miller. working her way up the field, tries to hit Ivy, goes wide. And Ivy looks at another opportunity as Sydney gave her the right one. She'll try to move the other out, and the ball goes soaring out of bounds. Here comes the track team. They're all waiting on each other. Nice boot by Oski to try to get it out of there. Jackson, the senior, can't quite corral it. Here comes Oski back the other way. This is Cheney. And McKenna Smith's able to hop right in front. Good defense on the single one-on-ones by Grinnell most of the night. Basem turns on it upfield. And Hosberger will come up and slide. Quote-unquote slide down to get the play at the grass level. Pally Joe launches it off the goalie kick right to Shea Lai. Out of bounds on the far side, it will be Oskaloosa ball. It's Grinnell on top 5-0 over Oskaloosa, 34-16 remaining here in the ball game. Grinnell scored 4 goals in the first 10 minutes. And all 5 have been by number 14, Ivy Schmidt. Couple substitutions ready to come in for Grinnell. Eicher, Sophia Taylor, Kay Widener, and number 23, Olivia Renzi. So some younger ones coming out here for Grinnell soon. Sydney has it near the center line. She'll go right up to Ivy. Ivy will use her speed all the way up. Got to make one girl miss, now 2. She'll turn on it, go right back to Sydney. Loose ball kicked. Sydney says, let's just give it right to Shea. And nice play by Oskaloosa on that goalie side, Christian DeWeese. Junior makes the stop, and she'll kick it right back or slide it back the other way. Closing in on half an hour remaining. Bridget heads that one. Sydney heads it as well. Grinnell can't quite corral it back as Pael fights for the soccer ball now. Grinnell, a couple opportunities. Oski has tightened up on defense, obviously. I mean, Ivy was out for a little bit, and Ivy's back in. Grinnell hasn't been able to get the opportunities they had so far. Here comes all the substitutions I was talking about. Eisen checks out, Jackson checks out, Patel checks out, and Lai checks out. So a couple substitutions here for Grinnell with 32-42 remaining here in the ballgame. Next time you'll see us on the broadcast waves, May 25th. Baseball, Monday Night Baseball in Grinnell, Iowa. Doubleheader against Albia, starting at 5:30. Excited to get back on the baseball diamond and see what Grinnell's got up on the offering tab.
And we could put the camera in one spot.
Yeah. Don't have to move. Don't have to do anything.
Actually, we run 2 cameras. We run a
pitch cam and a fly ball cam. Zooms out a little bit. Grinnell has a chance to run with it. And they have a huge opportunity if it wasn't offsides. We're going to have a full booth up here. My goodness. Oskaloosa gets a free kick here after that offsides by Grinnell. And that's Haynes who knocks it free as Sydney Miller picks it right back up. Renzi almost kicked it right back up to Ivy. Good stop by Oski. McKenna Smith up against Cheney. And McKenna's able to clear it. Maybe. Grinnell kind of waited on it. Eicher runs it upfield. Missed play there by Oski. I tell you, Olivia Renzi's kind of running all over the field. She's doing everything all at once. Jack of all trades here for Grinnell, trying to keep the Tigers moving here On the offensive side, substitution ready to come in here for Grinnell. Leah Harris stands ready and raring to go. Loose ball heading far side. Lauren Pease will turn on it. Tegan will try to turn on it as well. And it'll be out of bounds, Grinnell ball. Sydney Miller checks out. Leah Harris checks in for Grinnell. With 30 minutes remaining. I think the track team, you can hear them, maybe hear them below us. They're waiting for, I think they're waiting for everybody to show up. Is your own son here?
No, he's coming.
Get him out of bed.
They said down below. I overheard him say that they couldn't get Walker to respond. So.
Oh my goodness.
I sent the father text.
Yeah, we don't. It would have been probably easier. We used to live here right by the high school on Prince Street. You just walk across the street, and now that we're halfway, well, we're all the way across town. Over in the
you guys never
far
walked
corner.
across the street.
No, I never did, but here they come. We'll get you all at once. We won't do separate. Well, I figured Tyler was probably going to get a ticket because he probably would race all the way across town to come do this. Let's see. I'll set up the mics here real quick.
I think Tyler is coming, though.
Oh, yes, he is. I got a hold of it.
But I heard you say you didn't pick up, so I sent another text. Leave that one out. Plug both of them in. 4 and 5 there.
Well, you can take that one. Yeah. Are they coming up here, or you just? Hey, you want us? I mean, if you want, yeah, we can get them all at once. Yeah.
You guys
come up here.
You are live, so.
Yeah.
I got you shut off right now, but.
We're bringing everybody up. We're bringing everybody up here. We'll get them all at once, so that way we don't have to do separate or whatever. Oski's kicking a corner kick here with 28:16 remaining. And to no avail, goes way wide. All right, on-the-spot interviews. So we have 2 mics. You can share them amongst yourself. Start moving in just a little bit more so we don't have everybody crowded over. Oh, this is going to be a mess. Yeah, Tyler's coming. Very disappointed. Our own family member, last to show up. And we get you out of the rain.
It is starting to pour.
So we got the whole track team in here. We'll take a break from the game. We'll still show it. But so I guess pass the mic around. Say your name and your year and what you're running in. So start with whoever. I don't care. Someone take it.
Oh, hold on.
Hang on. Okay, try again.
My name is Rhett Nagel. I am a junior, and I'm running in the 4x200 relay.
Cool.
My name is Gavin Cooper. I am a junior, and I will be participating in high jump.
My name's Braden Penich. I'm a senior, and I'll be running the 1600.
My name is Joshua Osborne. I am a junior, and I am running in the 4x200 meter relay.
I'm Jared Nickel. I'm a senior, and I'm running in the 4x2 relay.
I'm Aaron Campbell. I'm a junior, and I'll be throwing discus.
I'm Oliver Loudon. I'm a sophomore, and I'll be throwing shot put.
I'm Tyler Walker. I'm a senior, and I'll be running the 4x2.
And you're late.
Bad communication by coach.
we got everyone in here.
Plus, we got Coach Wardenberg behind me too, so we'll get a little input from him after we go through all the questions here.
So I guess we'll just start out. Well, first of all, congratulations to y'all for making state. That's really cool.
Thank you. Thanks, sir.
I guess the first question I'll ask, you didn't have track last year. So, I mean, what was it like coming into this season, preparing for it, that you didn't have it last year and, just all coming together last second, it feels like?
It was kind of a bummer last year. Season got canceled right before the first meet. So this year we just came back together. We decided we were going to have some really good team shit this year. And we're gonna pull it together. We're gonna make a few things a state.
Definitely agree with him. I feel like it just felt like a long time since we'd really gotten on the track, so it was kind of a something to get used to. And me and Josh especially, the first handoff of our first meet, was a little rough to say the least.
Oh, it was pretty bad.
It was pretty bad, but we've gotten it figured out since then, so I'm glad that happened.
What's been one of the challenges this year? I mean, we're kind of through the pandemic somewhat, pretty much, masks are coming off, anything. Have there been any obstacles this year at all? I mean, with track so far?
Well, with us not running last year, then we're probably not as well conditioned or didn't start as well conditioned as we could have been. So my times from 2 years ago, or they started out as the same, but they've definitely changed.
I'd agree. I'd just say the gap that we had didn't really allow us to stay, I guess, as focused in the beginning of the year. But I think throughout the season, through the mistakes with Rhett and Josh, it allowed us to really take our time and really make jokes about it and kind of give each other a hard time, which I think that was the best part about this team is that, we made a lot of mistakes during the season, but I think us giving each other a hard time and us kind of just having fun with it is kind of what made it go by probably a lot better than I think other teams probably had it.
So you talk about the support thing. You guys have great support for each other. My favorite is it during the mile? Y'all do your chants or whatever?
It's when our guys are running the 2 mile and the mile. It's when Jonas and Braden and we had White Eaton doing it as well. We like chanting, getting them wild up, which we definitely got some weird looks, but we definitely also got a lot of compliments from coaches around the conference and state, really appreciating the support that you see, because when you think of track, you don't really think of guys up and down and yelling and just hollering about. So it's kind of fun to bring that chaotic environment into the track and field scene.
Yeah, Josh definitely changed that game.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about opportunities to go to state. So I know that Coach has been there a few times, taken teams, and knows what the atmosphere is like at the Blue Ovals. And this morning, they just changed that whole aspect of what the atmosphere is going to be like. So going into last week, everyone thought that everyone's mom and dads or whoever they chose to be sitting in the stands is going to be that, probably a capacity of about 35 to 50%. And as of today at 9 o'clock, the gates were opened up that you're going to have the full atmosphere of 100% capacity. How's that sit with you guys, knowing that when you run, you're going to have the stands packed full, and it's going to be the largest track meet you've ever ran at?
It got us really excited this morning, especially when I heard about it. I was in Skillen's room, and I just, I was so pumped because freshman year when I ran at state, it was really fun. There's so many people cheering. It was so loud, and the environment was just so electric that I didn't want anyone else to miss out on that this year.
Yeah, it feels great. It feels good to finally start turning that corner, get back to a new normal, and there's nothing like competing on a big stage, and that just brings a whole new intensity to the environment that you're in.
In here, who has ran at state before?
Show of hands.
Me, Josh.
Okay, Josh is the only one.
Super quad man. Okay, so for everyone else, first-time opportunities.
We're all first-timers.
What's that feeling for you? Knowing that the stage has just changed and it's going to be one of the biggest nights of your life or biggest mornings.
I think for a lot of us, it's not a lot different than other sports. We've had some pretty decent success, I'd say, in our other sports this season. And I'd say the atmosphere that we're going into here isn't that much different than what we've seen in playoff environments for other sports. So I think it'll be a fresh start for a lot of us, but I think we'll be more or less excited than nervous. So.
Yeah, I think with the bigger atmosphere, it definitely help us run faster. I know I personally like the loud crowds and a lot of cheering. It makes me energized, feel ready.
Now, all of you guys are multi-sport athletes, is that correct?
Yeah.
Touch on how track helps in each of the individual, whatever you guys do for different sports.
100%. I believe that the most useful thing that comes out of track is the cardiovascular, endurance. It definitely helps with other sports because, you're always running, you're always doing stuff, and you need to be able to, keep going. And I feel like the best way to train that is literally just to run. So if you're in a sport where you're running, there's no better way to do that.
Do any of you guys run more than your coach?
Yes, all of us.
Jonas does. I think Jonas might actually.
I'd like to say that Coach ran a sprint workout with us, and he was the only one close to throwing up, so all of us were fine.
So what's this week been like? Well, first of all, let's talk about last night. You guys had your cookout thing, whatever. Tell us about that. You guys had a bags tournament. Who ended up winning? Did Coach end up winning?
I'll start with this. I feel like it was rigged, personally. We had a bags tournament. I feel like me and my partner, Gavin Cooper, over here, I feel like we definitely deserved to win, but I feel like the games were just a little bit rigged. We had that comeback mentality, had a great victory over Aaron and Tyler. We were down about 6 points, still came back. But overall, good experience, fun time, except for Evan Mahoney. Shout out to Evan. He really likes Mountain Dew, I suppose.
Yeah, I don't know about the rig part. Rhett and C-Pup just weren't the greatest bags throwers, but all I know is that Jake Green and myself made it to the championship against coaches. They kind of switched up the rules on us, and we lost. And they were defending champs, but whatever.
Played at 21.
Okay. So, practice-wise, what's this week been like? Really light? You know, how is – because you guys – do you all run on the same day or compete on the same day mostly? Or
No.
A couple separate. So, like, how do you set up each day? What's this week been like practice-wise?
We started off the week with not a super hard workout compared to the tougher workouts we've had throughout the year, but it was a little more speed endurance workout day, kind of keep your muscles ready for the meet on Thursday. And then today was a little bit lighter, practicing handoffs these next couple days, and just working on kind of the short speed, twitch muscle stuff throughout the rest of this week.
I'd say we had a few guys come back, speaking of Jonas, and he stayed around this postseason, kind of still working out with Braden, preparing him for his mile, and I'll let him talk on that. But I think having those guys stay around and help prepare our other athletes really shows the commitment that this team has this season, the want to succeed from our other teammates. So.
Yeah, my workout has been a little lighter. It's going to be mostly light the rest of this week, but I had a bit of a faster workout today because I'm trying to drop a little more time because this will be my last race.
So let's bounce over to the discus, Aaron. What's it like? How do you practice here? Because it could be raining Friday, and it's raining today.
It raining
do you go out and throw and just assume this is what you're going to throw in, or?
That's exactly what we're doing. Coach Skillern has been, he's kind of emphasized this, that the hay's in the barn, the work is done, so we're just kind of polishing up the throw and hoping to get a good throw on Thursday is when I throw, but yeah.
Aaron, you've also had a track season of personal best. Every track meet I've gone and watched, you just keep getting better and better. Is that on your goal? I mean, everyone wants to improve, but are you on track to what you thought you were going to be at the first of the year? Or are you you always want to go for the best?
Well, coming into this year, we already touched on this. Since there wasn't a season last year, there was a lot of uncertainty of where I would be at. I just kind of surprised myself the first meet, throwing 135, and we just kind of kept building from there. It's been good though.
Let's go over there to Oliver. Second place. It's a nice little throw you had down there in districts.
Thank you.
I'm not going to say this to be smart or anything, but did you surprise yourself? Or was this a throw that you just knew you had in you and you kept going, and as the year went, that was on the goal set for you?
I thought I had a little more in me, but I didn't think that a foot and basically 8 inches PR, I didn't think I could do that. But I surprised myself a little bit with that throw, yeah.
There's always a little bit to chase there. It seemed like all season that you get the throw against Cody Highsmith that's shooting out there, 54, 50 consistently, that it definitely gives you something to shoot for when you see a flag that you want to throw a little bit further for.
Yeah, just being around him and watching him, his speed, his explosiveness, it's made me want to go harder and try and throw farther than he is. I'm only about 6 feet away from him, so I really want to get there and try to beat him.
Well, that's probably the only good thing you'll hear me say about a Pella person, so I think that you can hit that 6 feet next year and just keep going.
So I assume each of you has a goal for this week. For what do you guys want to do? Like, what, I guess, kind of go around and just explain what's the one thing, whether that be a time, whether that be, a plaque on the wall, something. What's the one goal that you guys want to try to beat?
I mean, for 4x2, ever since about, I'd say the Grinnell meet, we got placed top 7 for our class. And I think once we hit that mark, I think we all looked at each other and knew, hey, this is possible. We could get our names on the wall at the end of the season. Obviously, a PR is our biggest goal going in today's meet. Breaking 131 is the main idea, and I think 6th place and anything better is just icing on the cake for us.
Well, I got a lot of competition in the 16, and most of my years just been trying to run that much faster and that much faster. I didn't have an initial goal until, I want to say it was last Thursday we had districts, or was it the Thursday before that?
Yep, last Thursday.
Until then, I didn't have like an ultimate goal because I never really thought state was a thing or possible. But boy, did I prove myself wrong. So I think my goal for this is just to run as fast as I possibly can.
Yeah.
Another thing for the 4x2, so we made a little competition between ourselves.
Yeah, we heard.
Yeah, we're going to Buffalo Wild Wings afterwards, and we said whoever runs the slowest split's got to eat the hottest sauce there. So we all really don't want to eat that sauce. We're going to be running as fast as we possibly can. Fire behind our butt. We're going to be zooming.
I'm not eating that wing. I'm not eating that sauce.
Neither am I.
That's going to be a rough ride home.
It's up to Jared.
All right, we got a couple questions for Coach here, so we'll have him step up.
Y'all are free to go.
Thank you for
down
having us.
You probably don't want to go outside because it's downpouring.
You can hang out. You can make faces at Coach or whatever.
You guys are good to go. You're free to go. Good luck to all you guys.
Thanks, guys. Good luck Thursday, Friday. Braden, you run Saturday?
Yep.
So
Saturday.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
See you guys. Drive safe.
So, Coach, you see all those guys and all the hard work that they've put in so far this season. You know, what's your thought? I mean, it's kind of out of your hands. It's just kind of whatever they do. I mean, what's your thoughts going into this week?
My thoughts, we kind of talked about it the other day. I want them to, it's a track. It's a 400-meter track. Go out, and we want a PR. Our goal is to PR, and everything will take care of itself. So, like Aaron, we're wanting him to shoot for 160s in the discus. Oliver, 50s in the shot put. My brother was a shot putter. He placed at 54. So, I mean, getting up in the 50s could get you a chance to place. Aaron, talked about him. Gavin Cooper reaching 6 foot in the high jump. 4x2, breaking 132, running 131 could give you a chance to place. Braden in the mile, possibly low 430s. So, I mean, we have goals for all of them. We just want them all to PR and have a good experience and run well at state and throw well.
It seems like all year, I mean, from the very first track meet, we've seen continuous improvement. We see how the runs, we see how the handoffs get better. We constantly, and as you put out your nightly report after any type of track meet, this person PR, this person PR. It's just seemed to be a continual, I guess you could say a coach's dream that you continuously see improvement, but to see multiple PRs by a group of individuals or an individual has to even be better than that. I mean, what do you say to put your arms around? Is it just their determination that's making them that much better, or?
Yeah, this year they bought in. It was a really tight-knit group, and like I told them at the end of the year, it's probably one of the funnest groups I've been around because they just really meshed well together, distance throwers, hurdlers, sprinters, and they didn't really care what event they were. They just all really worked well together. And we talked to them early in the season after a couple meets and said, you guys got to buy into the little things, because there's a lot of little things right now that we need to focus on, and once we get them, we'll be one of those elite squads with some guys up there competing for places. And once they bought in, it was full go. And it was one of those, also another one where we had some depth this year, especially with sprinters. We had a lot of guys where, we had Wyatt go down and we had some guys step in, and it didn't affect us. We had a lot of guys that were working hard all year, and it worked out just perfect for us, and we actually ended up running faster later in the year with all those guys focusing on knowing they'd get shots wherever things came. And we told them just keep competing with each other in practice, and when you go into meets, it'll show.
Well, one thing that we did notice was, and we kind of joked about it a little bit in the beginning, at the first meet we went to, the Benton meet, was how Josh and the group of the 4x1, the 4x2, the sprinters were constantly getting on the side of the track and cheering and, kind of getting the old momentum going. But then we noticed it didn't stop there, that when you saw someone, Jake Green was jumping, a group was over there. When someone, Oliver and Aaron were throwing shot put, it was just a constant following. And then when we get to Pella Tuesday night, same thing. And then at the districts, they pop and say, hey, those big groups need to move away from the long jump. Those big groups need – it's like, what do you mean? That's what's pumping these kids up, and now you're telling them they can't have a cheering stand except for in the stands. So a little bit of disappointment on the Pella districts on that side.
They definitely kept the intensity all year. Josh is great with that stuff. He comes out and creates a different level of intensity, and guys follow that. And it kind of started at UNI. Coach Skillern didn't go. I went. He stayed at home with the rest of the team, and so they're all sitting in a group on the far side of the stadium, and I'm actually on the opposite side watching. I think it was the long jump, and Rhett eventually run the 60, and I can hear all of them just yelling and screaming. And that's kind of where it started, and then it just elevated from there. And it was good. It wasn't anything bad. They just created excitement, and other coaches actually at Williamsburg complimented us on how cool they thought it was, how excited our guys were for, another event, and they weren't even, running, or it wasn't even their kind of event. They were sprinters or throwers doing it, and we had distance runners running. So other coaches were pretty excited to see that during the year, and our guys just kept it going.
Well, it was funny. In the beginning of the year, like I said, the parents was like, whose kids are those? And then by the time they got to the end, when the long distance showed up, they're like, okay, now the Grinnell kids are going to do this. And you'd already hear them just kind of talking in the background. So it was definitely – it went all the way up into the stands and kind of echoed out a little bit of fun there. After this year, okay, you have 3 seniors running.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
What's the future?
What's the future? What's the blanks fill in? And not only do you only have 3 seniors that run, but like you said, Wyatt went down. Jake Green's filled in many spots of long jump. What is coming up for next year that we're looking forward to?
Well, we bring back, obviously, Aaron, Oliver, Gavin, Rhett, Josh, who are all state qualifiers, which is great. We lose a great group of seniors. They're guys that have been around the program for a while, guys that came in, contributed right away. So it's a really good group. I mean, we hate to lose them, but yet we still have some guys like an Evan Mahoney or a Brody Pettig coming up. Grace Kaponzu has been doing pretty well in the long jump. We have a very young hurdle group with Brody Pettig, Carson Penich, Jack Stevens did a little bit, and Bryce Lacey a little bit at the end of the year. So we got some guys coming up that need to fill some spots. I'm hoping there's a few guys that I coach in football that I'd like to see out, so I want to see those guys come out and improve their speed. And I told our guys, they're our biggest recruiters. They're the guys that have to go out and get those buddies of theirs out to try and help our team be successful. So I think after this year, some guys will see how the seniors did and how it paid off for them. So it'll definitely help our 7th and 8th graders. This year had a pretty good year, and I'm looking for them to have some guys that come up from 8th grade that are pretty good athletes and help us out in areas.
Well, I look forward to seeing everyone coming up. I think that's going to be a big thing, and I mean, good luck on this week. It's going to be a fun week.
Thank you.
Stressful week probably for you sitting in the stands doing it, but hopefully the weather can stay a little bit drier than it is right now. But it's fun to watch. I think you got a good shot to get some placements.
I think it's going to be really interesting. I know that just the big track meets that you have more people that we went to this year. It seems to be when the kids perform better. So I'm excited to see with that Drake Stadium being packed full, that how these kids are going to perform, of having people actually cheering them on instead of they could hear me or they could hear the 4 parents of the 4x whatever team running only as they go by, and now they're going to hear stands of people that don't even know them just cheering like crazy. So
yeah, I told them, I said it's one of the coolest experiences, and I said, you know, Josh would know this, when you get that baton or you're out running and you have Mike J announcing your name and the whole crowd is hearing it. It's one of the coolest feelings in the world. I mean, I've been there. I said from experience, you guys will remember it as one of the biggest high school events you do.
Well, we're looking forward to it.
We're excited to watch.
We can't be there. So
thanks for letting your team come up and talk to us.
Yeah.
Thanks for talking to us.
Thanks for having us up.
Yeah, congratulations on a good year, and congratulations on hopefully everyone likes to bring home some hardware. This year,
yeah.
I think you brought home a lot of hardware in different spots, and as the year's gone by, it's definitely, you know, we started out with some bronzes, and we're bringing home silvers and a couple golds. So that's always nice to see. So thanks again for coming up.
Yeah,
Yep.
thank you for having me.
Good luck.
Thanks.
All righty.
Hopefully
Thank
that
you.
went pretty well.
Yeah, you did.
I told him.
Coming back live on air here. Grinnell on top 5-1 over Oskaloosa. Again, thanks to the Grinnell track and field team coming up and talking to us, the state qualifiers. We'll put all that together at the end. Yes, thank you, Josh. We'll put that all together, put it in a podcast for people to listen to a little bit easier. While we were talking, well, first of all, nice of all of them to come up. That was really great. Again, we'll put everything together. While we were talking, Oskaloosa got a score. So it's 5-1 right now, and it's stayed pretty even. We're down to 3 minutes and 43 seconds to go. And I can tell you this night is probably miserable for every single person on that field, because all the while we were talking to those guys, it is just downpouring. It has not stopped. So it is not great conditions, but Grinnell's hanging tough. Their goals in the beginning were huge, as expected, and it's been a big night for Grinnell on senior night. Ivy Schmidt has all 5 goals for Grinnell, so that's all you need to know. Grinnell has been on fire tonight for senior night. A good start to the game. You don't really have to go too hard the second half, not really push the envelope too hard, and we're getting fully under the lights here at TT Cranny, which is really cool, and celebrate the senior night. But Oski says, well, we want a couple more goals maybe. That was number 2, Tarbell, who was there to almost make the play. There's Sophia Tyler up there.
But to give you an idea how much rain we've had, I mean, if you notice that when Sydney was running over there, it was splashing water up. There's puddles out there.
0.20, 20th of an inch is what I got here on the Grinnell weather website so far today for rain. I'm starting to see puddles form here on the track. Yeah. So I mean, it's coming down pretty heavy. I can just look at the lights. That's the thing that I'm looking at. Lights.
Well, you look over here on about the south 45-yard line. There's water standing in the middle of the field.
Yeah, it's and there's puddles down here where the drainage parts are on the field. So not a amazing night for soccer. This is more like football weather, but we've had a blast here tonight as we're closing in here. 2:07 remaining here in this ball game. Grinnell is going to move to 3-7 on the season, 1-4 in conference play. Their first conference victory of the year, heading into the postseason. I'm sure that's a huge boost to confidence. Oski will fall to 4-8, 0-4 in the conference. Their next game will be on Thursday against Des Moines North. So good for them. And Grinnell, the fans have sat it out. Half the track team is over there soaking in the rain, I can see on the far side. Up in the stands. as we're closing in. 1 minute and 31 seconds to go. Grinnell trying to close this thing out. But yes, it is a wet, wet atmosphere. We're very thankful to be indoors. Let's just say that.
Yeah, and it's just enough rain coming kind of out. Well, we're starting to get a little bit of...
I was going to say, now it's really... It was coming down before. Now you can hear it coming down pretty heavily.
Yeah. But it's coming from kind of the southeast.
I was going to say, it's
so
pretty
not,
dark.
I mean, I don't have any rain on the camera, so...
I've had to move my computer in just a little bit. Under a minute to go here for Grinnell. Trying to finish this thing out. If we did a player of the game, which I think we will start doing a player of the game, maybe try to figure something out in the football season, maybe baseball season, softball. But if we're doing a player of the game, it's got to go to Ivy Schmidt. 5 goals tonight, all 5 for Grinnell, all in the span of 15 minutes. That's how tonight's gone for Grinnell.
Hey, one thing we are excited about in the football season, we now have an official Red Zone sponsor.
Yes, we do.
Poly Ice Pizza. So they're transferring from their Poly Ice three-pointer in the basketball season to the Poly Ice Red Zone.
The rain comes down heavy, but it'll be a great night to celebrate for Grinnell. Congratulations to the seniors. Congratulations to Grinnell's coaching staff of Emily Hall and Morgan Colum. The rain is the heaviest it's been, but Grinnell can celebrate in the rain. It is a 5-1 victory. Grinnell defeats Oskaloosa. What a game. What a night for us, having everybody come in and talk with us in the booth. That's been a fun thing that able to do. I guess I can't really say final thoughts on this one, mostly because we saw pretty much all that happened. The 5 goals in the beginning by Ivy Schmidt were huge, and what a night it's been. I just find it ironic the heaviest rain is now, but as for us, a nice start, nice little opening, good to talk to everybody. And I don't think your camera work was that bad. I think you kept it pretty straight.
Actually, it's probably better camera work when I was doing the interview.
I was going to say, yeah.
But, all in all, we just want to say, thank you for tuning in to the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network all season. Again, the soccer, girls soccer gave us the first opportunity here. And here's the girls soccer team going to show a little love to the home crowd that come out. That's always the love. That's something out there. It's not only it's the power slide. Who was that?
That was McKenna Smith power sliding in the grass over there. And there they go. They're all sliding.
So
and the parents will cringe as they go.
That's definitely going to make some highlight videos for us as we close out the season this year. But it's been a pretty incredible ride for us, and to end it on something that's new. Every season that we're done with the Tiger Sports Live Stream season, it seems like we start something. We did volleyball, we did wrestling, and then we come back in and we look to do it better the next year. So now, ending here with soccer, it's just the next step for us. And we're excited of being a part of all the Tiger home sports and anything we could do here. And, again, my goodness, if we could get a turf field and get the boys in here and we could be doing boys and girls soccer, there's a lot of things going on.
Now, what they're doing right now, almost after every single game, they give out a pink pony almost to 1 or 2 of the players, and they do a little ride around the circle. And this time it's Sydney Miller and Sophia Tyler. And they get to keep that in between games. That's kind of their little prize for having a great game all around. It was a great game by Grinnell all around. What a fun night. Grinnell wins against Oskaloosa 5-1. We had a fun night here. Thanks to all the track stars, track athletes for coming out and talking to us. We're going to get home. We're going to get dry. Have a good night. We will be back Saturday for the Honors Night. That live stream will be on the Grinnell YouTube page, I believe.
Grinnell Activities YouTube page.
So you can catch us there. We won't be on it, but we'll be live streaming it. And we will be back next Monday for the beginning of the baseball season. First pitch against Albia at 5:30. It's a doubleheader. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Grinnell beats Oskaloosa 5-1. Everyone stay safe, stay warm, stay dry. Go Tigers.